to be out of the house, you know? Although I don't want to brag, quarantine wasn't that bad for me. I wasn't allowed near public parks before any of this, so not too different, but you know, with all this extra time on my hands, I thought it's a perfect opportunity to reach out to some friends I haven't talked to in a while, so I called this girl from high school who was like, not even if we were the last people on Earth. Hey, did you read the news? It's almost time, come on. A lot of protests going on. I saw a sign at a protest that said racism is the worst virus. I was like, oh, that's a pretty good one. I think racism and coronavirus have a lot in common, right? Some of us only have a little bit of it. You can give it to other people without knowing it, and your grandma will probably die with it. So that's... All right, that's a weird one to clap for. I'm not gonna... a joke enthusiast, but anyway, I'm not out there protesting. I wish I was. I have a pre-existing condition. I'm a giant pussy. That's getting in the way of a lot right now. But I'm doing my part from home, okay? I'm typing my Facebook statuses in all caps. That way people know I mean business. You know? I like trying to have discussions on Facebook, but it always turns to an argument. I was talking to a guy recently, I asked him for proof, and he sent me to a website called freedomfiction.com. I was like, wow, the name seems suspicious, but the logo is a bald eagle with an AR-15. I mean, who can you trust? It's hard to get mad at them. It's hard to find reliable news coverage right now, you know, because they keep tear gassing reporters, but right? Every day there's a new story like wear a mask, don't wear a mask, wear a mask again. Trump said he's not going to wear a mask, but instead he's going to stay 6 feet away from any responsibility. So that's interesting. I try to wear the mask all the time. Sometimes I forget. I forgot to wear my mask the other day, and I walked into a Whole Foods. Holy shit, you guys. I think I accidentally discovered what it's like to be black in America. You know? Just walking around, minding my own business. People are following me and looking at me, going, call the police, he's gonna kill somebody. I don't know, fake news is out there, you gotta be careful. So I got 2 tips for you guys, just to remember, I guess, as we navigate the fake news, right? So always remember, number 1, always keep an open mind. Right? And number 2, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Right? Yeah. Look, those are just facts, all right? You want to argue opinions, we can argue opinions. But I love conspiracy theories. I was at an airport one time, I saw a guy with a t-shirt that said 9/11 was an inside job. I was like, why would you wear that in an airport? Seems like you're asking for extra attention. You know what else is an inside job? Cavity searches. Super excited about cavity searches. I did read one study that says CBD might help with immunity to coronavirus. It's just my study. I've just been smoking a bunch of weed, but I feel fine. There's probably something to that, you know? I did learn that you can overdose on marijuana. A lot of people don't know this. It's not lethal, you're not gonna die from it, but like the other night a helicopter flew so low it shook my entire house. I was like, they're probably dropping chemicals on us. And I was like, all right, that's too much pot. I think just keep it under that. Crazy times. People were hoarding groceries for a while, which was insane. I had plenty of toilet paper, thankfully, but my grocery store ran out of almond milk, which was tough. Because regular milk causes me to use too much toilet paper. So, I can't. You know, one nice thing about being forced to quarantine was I didn't have to lie to my parents about what I did during the day anymore, you know? They just call me up, how was your day? Oh, pretty good. What'd you do? Fucking nothing. No, what did you do? Oh, sat around, wrote some jokes. I didn't even leave the house. They're like, we're so proud of you. You're keeping us alive. I don't know. I was trying to keep a routine while we were locked down, you know, that way I didn't go insane. Like, treat every day like it's a normal day. So, like, I'd set an alarm before bed, and then first thing in the morning, I wake up, I take the gun out of my mouth, I brush my teeth, you know, just trying to keep everything. It's alright. My dad doesn't like that joke either. It's fine. I'm not sad anymore, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. I've just been smoking weed and watching Netflix. Really, I promise you, I'm okay. I love watching Netflix, but the hardest part about watching Netflix is actually picking out a movie to watch on Netflix. Yeah, I'll spend more time picking out a movie than the length of the movie. I was not sure if I should watch. Could have just watched it and been over with it, you know what I mean? You gotta pick the right movie for the right situation. Not a lot of people know, you know? One time I was Netflix and chilling with a girl, but she picked out too good of a movie. So like halfway through, she started to make her move. I had to be like, hey, get off me. This is an important plot point. Babe, there's subtitles, I gotta pay attention. You know? This thing won an Oscar. I think they should recategorize movies on Netflix by how much attention you have to pay to the plot line in order to follow along. That way you know how much time you're investing, right? Right, the bottom of the spectrum would be like, Fast and Furious. Hey, Fast and Furious is on. Let me go get my taxes. I can do that at the same time, you know what I mean? Just every 15 minutes look up, like, I can't remember. Vin Diesel's winning, that's good. You know? Oh, he's angry. That's pretty bad. That's pretty simple. The other end of the spectrum would be like Game of Thrones, right? Game of Thrones is on. Let me go to my storage unit and get my notes. I got 7 boxes of notes from the previous episode. I got a map for my fake TV show. I got a fake map. I don't know my own city this well, but I got a map. I need a chart of a family tree just to follow along. They're brother and sister? This show is weird. See, that proves my point that not all of you watched that show very closely. Well, we were all locked down. I can't do live shows, so I did a lot of shows online with an app called Zoom, which is basically like Skype but for business meetings. Here's how it works. You FaceTime 100 strangers, and then that's your audience. And then you tell jokes to your laptop. And then it goes to space, and it comes back down, and then they laugh, and then it goes to space, and then it comes back down sometimes. And yeah, the whole time you're like, do I suck, or did you mute yourself? What's going on? They say if you get nervous during comedy, you should picture your audience naked. Well, you don't have to do that on Zoom, because they don't have their fucking webcams. Sitting in their living room. Sometimes people had like their pets in the room, which was weird. I had a show with a parrot. The bird kept repeating my jokes, you know? I don't know. Doing comedy over Zoom has got to be what alcoholics feel like when they drink in O'Doul's. Just like, oh, this is not very good, but the other thing might kill me, so. Everyone moved online for 3 months. It's crazy. I got invited to a Zoom sex orgy, which, yeah, it's very exciting. It's the first orgy I've ever been invited to, but I still have to do all the work. Like, that's not fun. I don't know if online orgy is the way to go, you know? Sometimes the connection gets slow and the screen is all fuzzy. Reminds me when I was trying to watch porn on a channel my parents didn't subscribe to. And then you're like 13, like, oh, if you squint, you can make out a boob. It's pretty hot. Plus, there's like 17 different squares. It feels like I get ADHD. It feels like I'm jerking off to the Brady Bunch intro. You know what I mean? It's a lot harder to get laid on the digital shows than the real life shows, I'll tell you that. Can't just hang out in the chat room like, ASL, anybody? Trying to get laid in real life, it's tough. Being single during a pandemic is rough. Feels like I lost at a game of musical chairs. You know what I mean? My whole life, people are like, you got plenty of time. I'm like, I got plenty of time. And all of a sudden, they're like, there's no more time. You're fucked. If you didn't pick someone, you're screwed. Just go home, think about it. At this point, if I got a girl, I think I'd be like a dog chasing a car. Like, I don't know what to do with it. It's been so long. I have to look up some diagrams. I didn't want to join Tinder because I thought, like, wow, they got enough diseases on there as it is. So I just got an account with farmers only. I was like, the virus is way out of the country. They're way out of the country. It's fine. Plus, they got like a 6-month supply of food. You know, every time I match with a girl, I'll be like, hey, want to compare eggplants? You guys got to spice up your sexting conversations. I was flirting with this nurse gal for a while, which was pretty hot. I've always had a fetish for that kind of thing, you know, employed women. And didn't really work out because the pandemic was really ruining the sexy nurse outfit for me, you know what I mean? It used to be low cleavage and red lipstick, now it's like, nice face covering, baby, that's so hot. Your PPE is a garbage bag? Oh my God, it's so sexy. I don't need the sexy nurse lady anymore. I found someone else to pay my bills for me. His name is Governor Jay Inslee. Yeah, you're right. I was on unemployment as a comedian, which is pretty humbling when the government is like, hey, we'll pay you to not tell jokes. That'd be great. Unemployment was the best time of my life. I was getting 80% of my salary as a comedian, but now I didn't have to pay for plane tickets or hotels or sex. I was saving so much money. It was pretty scary for a month. They cut off payments because the state of Washington got hacked. And they lost like $100 million, so they weren't paying anybody, which was insane, because now when I get an email from a Nigerian prince, he might actually have my money. I like that we're all getting the jokes at different times. The spread at the tables really makes it that much more obvious. You know? Just these people, oh, it's getting over there. So people are upset that they're taking down Confederate statues, and I don't know, I'm torn on this issue, right? I see both sides of it. On the one hand, the Confederacy lasted 4 years. That's not really heritage, that's more like a phase you went through in high school. On the other hand, like, I had a girlfriend for 3 months that I still write jokes about 3 years later. I get it. It's hard to get over stuff, you know? She keeps texting me like, send me back my underwear. I'm like, no, those are monuments to history.